All right, so are you ready to dive into something I know we're all thinking about?
Oh, yeah.
Lemon water every morning.
Yeah.
Is,
Isn't it?
is it really all it's cracked up to be?
Yeah.
It's one of those things that
Yeah.
you hear so much about, and
Absolutely.
we're going to get to the bottom of it today with some help from some experts featured in Vogue España.
I love it.
Um,
I'm excited.
so let's just get right into it.
Okay.
One of the things you hear most often about lemon water is that
Yeah.
it's good for weight loss.
Yeah. What's interesting about this is that
Yeah.
this simple act of adding lemon to water has become a
Yeah.
wellness phenomenon, and I think it speaks to
Ah,
our desire for really easy solutions,
sure.
especially when it comes to weight loss.
Absolutely.
Like,
A magic bullet.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So
Um,
let's get to the bottom of that.
yeah.
Is there any truth
Yeah.
to the weight loss claims?
Well, one of the nutrition specialists, Dr. Montse Fulch, points out that a glass of lemon water only has about 2 calories.
Yeah.
So
So not a magic bullet.
it's not going to
Like-
magically melt away fat.
Right.
And it's important to remember that sustainable weight management comes from a combination of, diet and exercise,
Well,
not just
Not, just
uh,
drinking lemon water.
trendy drinks.
Okay. So maybe not so much for weight loss.
Right.
But there's got to be some benefits to it, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
people wouldn't be drinking it if there wasn't something.
Right. And in fact, the experts that we're looking at,
Yeah.
they highlight several genuine benefits.
Okay.
One that stood out to me
Yeah.
was its potential impact on digestion.
Oh, okay.
So lemon juice stimulates the production of bile and gastric juices,
Okay.
which are really key players in breaking down food.
So it kind of like helps everything move along smoothly
Exactly.
instead of needing like an antacid or something like that.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So good for digestion.
and beyond digestion,
Yeah.
lemons are packed with vitamin C,
Right. Of course.
which we know is so crucial for a healthy immune system.
Yes. Especially important as we head into cold and flu season.
Absolutely.
Um, so I'm kind of seeing a theme here.
Yeah, what's that?
With the digestion and the vitamin C,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like lemon water is all about supporting our body's natural processes.
Exactly.
Well, not necessarily like,
Right.
doing something crazy, but just kind of like,
Helping things along.
yeah, giving
Yeah.
you what it needs.
And we can't forget about skin health.
Oh, right.
Lemons are full of antioxidants,
Okay.
which fight off those nasty free radicals
Yes.
that can damage skin cells and lead to premature aging.
So it's kind of like a little spa treatment
The inside
on
out.
the inside out. I love it. I know, right?
And in addition to all of that,
Yeah.
lemons also contain a bunch of other nutrients.
Okay.
B vitamins, calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium.
So they really are a nutritional powerhouse.
Yeah, they're like this little
Oh, yeah.
nutritional powerhouse.
It's amazing how much they pack in.
Right.
So I'm wondering if there are any tips
Yeah.
on how to prepare lemon water to kind of maximize its benefits.
Yeah, that's a great question. There are
Okay.
a couple of tips that I thought were really interesting.
Okay.
One naturopath, Lucy Kinsman,
Okay.
suggests filtering your water
Okay.
and instead of squeezing the juice,
Yeah.
adding slices of lemon to your water.
Oh, okay.
She believes that this helps you absorb more nutrients.
That's a good tip.
Yeah,
I always just squeeze it in, but I can see how
Yeah.
that would be beneficial.
I think it just adds a
It
nice
kind of looks nice too.
visual element.
Right. Okay. Any other tips?
She also recommends adding herbs
Okay.
like basil, tarragon, or mint,
Oh, interesting.
which not only enhances the flavor,
Yeah.
but also may even boost the digestive benefit.
Okay. So we're
A little extra boost.
taking it up a notch.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And if you want to take it a step further,
Oh, wow.
she suggests adding cucumber slices
Ooh, I like that.
for extra hydration
Yeah.
and a refreshing twist.
Okay. So we're getting fancy.
Right.
It's like a mocktail.
It is like a little
Good for you.
wellness cocktail.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Dr. Fulch suggests experimenting with anti-inflammatory spices
Oh, interesting.
like fennel, basil,
Okay.
parsley,
Mhm.
dill,
Oh.
cumin, or cilantro.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
So what's the thinking behind that?
Well, they could potentially help with bloating and inflammation,
Okay.
further supporting,
Digestive comfort.
yeah, digestive comfort.
So again, it's not about, shrinking fat cell.
Right.
But it's about like overall well-being
Exactly.
and making sure everything's working.
Yeah. And it's all about like, the subtle cumulative effects.
Right.
Right. One detail that often gets overlooked is the temperature of the water.
Oh, interesting.
Like
ice cold versus room temperature?
Yeah, does it really matter?
According to nutritionist Laura Parada,
Okay.
lukewarm water is actually better
Okay.
because it's more easily absorbed by the body.
Oh, interesting.
It doesn't have to work as hard to bring it up to its internal temperature.
I see. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I usually go for cold, but I'm willing to try lukewarm and see if it makes a difference.
Me too.
Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
This idea that lemon water alkalizes the body.
Okay.
Like, what
is the truth there?
What is the truth?
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that?
This is, a prime example where hype often overshadows reality.
Yeah. So what's the reality?
Parada is very clear on this.
Okay.
Our blood pH is tightly regulated by our organs.
Specifically the kidneys, liver, and lungs.
Okay.
It stays within a very narrow range.
Yep.
Regardless of what we eat or drink.
So that's just completely not true.
It's a common misconception, unfortunately. Yep. And this is a good reminder to always consult with healthcare professionals for personalized advice.
Yes.
And be wary of sensationalized claims.
For sure, because they're everywhere.
They are.
So we've kind of debunked some of the myths around lemon water.
We have.
But what about the long-term benefits of making it a daily habit?
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Endocrinologist Dr. Montse Prados points out that consistent daily consumption of lemon water may offer some significant long-term benefits, particularly in terms of combating free radicals and inflammation.
Which we know are huge contributors to all kinds of
chronic diseases.
Chronic diseases, yeah. So this seemingly simple thing could have huge ripple effects.
Exactly. It's also, a much healthier way to start the day compared to, say, sugary juices.
Oh, for sure.
Or sodas.
Yeah.
Which are linked to a whole host of health issues.
So, yeah, I think pretty clear to say that lemon water is a much better choice.
Than a sugary drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've talked about all the good stuff. What about the bad stuff? Are there any downsides?
It's important to look at both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Right?
So fill us in. There are a couple of things to consider.
Okay.
Dr. Prados cautions that the acidity of lemon can be an issue for people with gastritis.
That makes sense.
It would irritate it.
The citric acid could irritate their stomach lining.
Okay. So something to keep in mind.
Yeah. And a potential concern is the impact on tooth enamel.
Oh, right.
Because it is acidic.
The acidity can lead to erosion and increased sensitivity over time.
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, it's something to...
That's a good point.
Be mindful of.
Are there any ways to minimize the risk?
Yeah, Dr. Prados has some practical advice.
Okay.
She recommends using a straw to limit contact between the lemon water and your teeth.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rinsing your mouth with plain water after drinking or waiting 30 minutes before brushing can also help.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Those are easy enough.
Yeah. Simple adjustments.
Yeah.
They can make a big difference.
I like it.
Right.
So we have covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
I'm impressed.
It's amazing how something as simple as lemon water can spark such a comprehensive discussion.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Before we move on, let's just do a quick little recap of what we've learned.
Sounds good.
So lemon water is not a miracle weight loss cure.
No. It's not an alkalizing agent.
Yeah. That's a myth.
Yeah.
But it does offer some real benefits.
It does.
That are backed by experts.
Yeah.
It can aid digestion, support immunity, enhance skin health.
Yes.
And it helps us stay hydrated.
Right. And I mean, let's be honest, it's delicious.
It is delicious.
And refreshing way to start the day. Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot better than plain water.
Absolutely.
Okay. And we even got some great tips on how to prepare it.
We did.
To really maximize the benefits and make it a more enjoyable experience.
Absolutely.
We talked about the potential downsides.
Yes.
The impact on those with gastritis, the potential for tooth enamel erosion.
Yep.
But we also got some tips on how to mitigate those risks.
Absolutely.
So it's all about being informed and making the choices that are right for you.
That work for you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And this brings us to the question for you, our listener.
Yes.
Given all this information that we've just discussed, how could you incorporate lemon water into your routine in a way that works best for you?
That's a great question.
Yeah. Something to think about as we continue our deep dive into the world of lemon water.
I love it.
So it's amazing how much there is to consider.
I know, right?
With something as simple as lemon water.
It really highlights how much people are seeking natural ways to boost their well-being.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes, the simplest things can make a difference.
Absolutely.
But as with anything in the wellness world, it's important to approach it with a balanced perspective.
Right. So, are there any precautions?
Yeah, that's a great
that people should take
question
if they're thinking about making this a regular part of their routine?
It's always wise to consult with your doctor or a registered dietitian before making any significant dietary changes.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you have any underlying health conditions.
Absolutely.
They can give you personalized advice based on your individual needs and your health history.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And if you're new to lemon water, do you recommend easing into it?
Yeah, I think it's best to start slowly and just see how your body reacts.
Oh, okay.
Some people might experience mild digestive discomfort initially.
Right.
So, listen to your body and adjust accordingly.
It's all about finding that sweet spot.
Exactly.
And even if you don't experience any side effects, moderation is key.
Absolutely.
Right, lemon water should be a part of.
Yeah, it's not a replacement.
A balanced diet.
Yeah.
Not a replacement.
I couldn't agree more. Variety is so important for getting all the nutrients your body needs.
Yeah.
So don't ditch your fruits and veggies and your other healthy drinks in favor of solely relying on lemon water.
I'm curious about this idea of lemon water as a morning ritual.
Yeah.
Is there something special about drinking it on an empty stomach?
Right.
That makes it more beneficial?
That's a common belief. And while some anecdotal claims suggest it might kickstart metabolism or aid detoxification, there's no scientific evidence to back that up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it seems like it's more about personal preference.
Exactly.
And just creating that healthy habit more than a specific physiological benefit.
The experts we've consulted seem to agree on that.
Okay.
What truly matters is staying hydrated throughout the day.
Okay.
And if adding lemon to your water helps you achieve that, then go for it.
For sure. And even if there isn't a scientific reason.
Yeah.
There's something, I think, mentally refreshing about starting your day.
I completely agree.
With lemon water.
Yeah. And it can have a positive impact on your mood.
Yeah.
And energy levels.
Absolutely.
And set you up for a productive day.
Yes.
And, even if it's just a placebo effect, if it makes you feel good and it encourages healthier choices.
Right.
I say that's a win.
I love that.
Yeah. It's about embracing a holistic approach to health.
Right.
And finding what truly resonates with you.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
We've really unpacked this whole lemon water thing.
I know, we really have.
But before we wrap up, I think there's one more point that we need to make.
I'm all ears.
Which is that everyone is different.
That's an excellent point.
Right.
Our bodies are unique.
Yes.
And what works wonders for one person might have no effect. Or even a negative effect on another.
Exactly. So just because your friend is doing it, or you read it online, you really need to
pay attention to
your
own body, to your own